All right, so hypothetically, we in this situation, right? Y'all about to battle. Y'all got y'all rounds. Everything done. Right before the battle, y'all spit y'all rounds to each other. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't add nothing to the round. You know what I'm saying? You didn't add a rebuttal. You didn't, none of that other shit. You know what I'm saying? It was the same material you was gonna spit if y'all spit it to each other or not.
Yeah.
So you go on stage and spit it, everybody find out. Y'all didn't, and now it's a big up. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel? Like, is it a problem?
So, me personally, I mean, one reason why I wouldn't do it is just because the way I battle, it's not just like I think people who do that, it's usually when it's just like generic stuff, and so mine is like obviously it's angle based, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like if I'm battling Chaos, there's certain things that I'm breaking down about his style, his career, whatever it is, that if I'm giving him any, even if it's just 30 minutes before the battle, like it's still in the back of my mind, it's still some ammo that I'm thinking I'm giving him that he could easily just try to diffuse, or maybe he won't be doing certain things that I was gonna address. The way I write, and so I would never personally just never be comfortable. Now, in its essence, what you just mentioned, right? In its essence, and the fans are gonna probably kill me for this, but in its essence, I don't think that there's necessarily anything
fundamentally wrong.
Because it's because like you got to think about it, like at least from what I'm hearing, right? So when Hustle and She said they did it, they said they did it right before the event, right before they went on stage, boom, and then they get on stage and then they battle.
Right.
This is my thing. They've already, I'm guessing that they're agreeing like, yo, you're not gonna rebuttal nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're just doing this. Personally, I don't know why you would. The only reason why I think one would, I think it does help with nerves. It helps with nervousness. I've seen there's a battler, very like one of the GOATs. I've seen him do this. I've seen him do this with like 2 opponents before, and I remember I was like, that's weird. I was like, what? That's weird. And I didn't say nothing though, but all I could think about is that, you know what, if I were to spar with Chaos before my battle and I'm hearing what he's saying, bro, it would calm me down a little bit. It would. Before I got to the stage, it would literally calm me down because now I know what's he gonna say. You know what I'm saying? I just know, even though I'm not gonna change anything, I just know what to prepare for, because this is unknown factor. When me and him are standing across from each other, he knows what I'm capable of, but he doesn't know what I'm gonna say, and vice versa. But if I hear that before, it comes in. That's the only thing. So I don't want fans to think that when you're saying that these guys are rehearsal, that it's like a stage thing.
Yeah,
like they're writing together.
Scripted.
Yeah, like they're writing. Because I heard somebody say that today while they was while the battle was going on. I told him I had to check him because it was actually during y'all battle. One dude had said like, yo, he's his first time to the event. He said, yo, I heard some dudes in the front saying that they rehearse, that you guys rehearse. And I was like, no. I said, they're saying it because obviously this guy had, the whole hustle thing. But it's not staged. That's not what they're saying. What they're saying is that they're rapping around, they're sparring with each other. Unfortunately, now granted, the purists, they'd probably be totally against that because you've never heard that. You've never heard anybody do that.
Right.
What Lux went on when Lux went on Angry Fan, and he starts venting to them about what Surf proposed to him, that's not what Sheed and Hustle were doing.
Yeah.
What he said that Surf proposed to him was, Surf came up to me and said, yo, let's write this together.
Yeah.
And Lux was like, nah. Yeah. So Lux, that's what Lux was saying. Now, granted, John said the same thing. John, if you watch John's battle versus Surf, granted, nobody cared because Surf ended up 30, but John said, yo, tell them how you called me and you wanted me to write with you. Like, but everyone ignored when John said it. Then Lux went on the Angry Fan joint, and Lux says it. Lux says like, yo, Surf asked me before our battle. Now, here's the thing. They started grouping this. They started making this whole thing like, oh, well, Sheed and Hustle, Holmesy and Ace and all that stuff. And it's like, wait, that's something totally different. Sheed and Hustle aren't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Holmesy and Ace didn't say that they were doing that. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that personally, if you asking me, I wouldn't do it. But if you just asking me like the scenario you gave me, if we're just being honest, there's really nothing inherently wrong with it.
Yeah.
But it does take away from me personally. I think it does take
certain aspects that give it a competitive nature.
Yeah. Like I told him, right? Like a part of battle rap, why I think it's the highest form of like not just rap, but I just think it's just a high pressure situation that you can't duplicate no one else. He and I got to rap these rounds to each other one time perfectly.
Nice.
One time.
Nice.
So when we get on stage, what the variables that are going to affect me from or going to prevent me from actually performing this at a high level one time is, me worrying about what he's going to say, his entourage, the fans, the situation I'm in, all these different things. And if you can overcome all of that, that's when I look at you and I'm like, yo, you're a professional.
Yeah.
Just like tonight, right? Like, boom, everybody does it, and yo, you're a professional. But like I said, the situation you gave me, it's like I said, I wouldn't do it, but I understand why fans on the outside would just be like, because it's like wrestling, bro. As soon as you figure out, wait, that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah, exactly. This my thing with it too, because I feel exactly pretty much the way he did, so I'm not gonna like say too much. But and this edible was kind of kicking my ass. But it's like I feel that. It's like, when you get new information, it changes your perspective on things. Or when you get another perspective, it changes your opinion on things, right? Because it's like, when I first heard about this shit, talk about it, I really didn't see how much of a difference it would make, right? Because I'm like, if y'all doing it right before y'all go on, nobody's switching anything, it's the same battle y'all would. And literally, if you did not know, it would have never crossed your mind. This doesn't feel real. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it never, so it's like, in my mind, it's kind of like no harm, no foul, because you would not have really known it. But literally the aspect of, and somebody had tweeted this after the whole thing, I was like, actually, that makes sense. And it was like, if you know what your opponent's going to say a lot of times, it takes away from that shock factor that may fuck up your defense. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, there is a small level of the competitive nature that is taken away with kind of getting a sort of a heads up, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, she is dropping the building on me in the second round. He is dropped, but as if I had rapped with him beforehand, I'd have been sitting there like, I know this about to end, or I know this is coming. So maybe I could just play it off or somewhere, whatever the case. Like, have my defense ready because I know there's a bomb. But it's more like, excuse me. But as I'm sitting there, it's just like, this is a scary fucking round. Like,
you don't know when it's gonna end.
I don't know when it's ending, because literally I'm thinking in my mind, because he's wilding so much. And we had spoken, made sure we were gonna keep to the time limit. That's the only speaking we did at all. Just let y'all know. But we did speak beforehand, like, yo, it's 2:30, we 2:45 cap. Like, we're not going. He's like, yo, give me my word, give me my boom. But as he's rapping, because like he's getting so much reaction, the round seemed like it's 5 minutes. I'm like, did this nigga whine me or something? Like this, and it's like, but because it was such a shock to me, I feel like that's probably why it felt that way. You know what I'm saying? Pause is necessary, but it's like, I feel like had I known it beforehand, I'd probably be like, yeah, I know he only got like these 8 left, so cool. You know what I'm saying? I could just rock through these, Because I'll be sitting there like, bro, when is this nigga about to stop, bro? Like, I know my second crazy, but shit, my nigga, like, I don't know. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It just was what it was. But yeah, like, I feel like at this point, it's not something I would entertain. But like I said, there was a moment where I didn't think there was really anything fundamentally wrong with it. Like, honestly, like I really did. Like I'm saying, I'm just a man of my word. I'm just somebody who's willing to admit when I, you know what I'm saying, have changed my opinion or something. And I think I even publicly said it. Like, I don't think what they did was that crazy. I think y'all overdo it. And I still think it's an overreaction, especially when y'all riding together, making it seem like we're actually doing all that. It's like, now you're going too far. Together, like, that's not the same. But specifically letting each other hear your rounds right before the events. And it's like, I can now understand why y'all would want to kind of keep it more in an organic feel rather than, okay, you know, I know what's going on, I know what this is. But
my first reaction was that I was just like, why would y'all do that? I was just like, I did feel how the fans felt. I wasn't as outraged, but I did feel in a sense like, come on, y'all. You know what? Like, we don't do that. That's what it was. And I wanted the fans to know that this isn't a normal thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all figuring out was a lot of us figured out. I didn't know that. Now, granted, I did tell you I had seen this before, but I saw like a round, You know what I'm saying? And I remember I saw it twice, and I was just like, that was weird. Why did old boy just do that? But I said it was because of the nerves. I think it was because of nervousness or whatnot. But yeah, you know, I mean, my biggest problem was that they were adding other issues with it, like trying to throw it all together and then trying to just say like, oh, battle rap is dead. You saw people online saying that. And it was like, oh, because of what Luck said and then because of what Shit and Hustle did. And then this person, and it's just like, yo, these are separate situations. Separate situations and isolated situations too. This is not what's happening all over the country at battle rap leagues.
Nah, that's a fact.